Welcome back, folks, to APPEX 2024, coming to you live from the trade show floor, thanks to Burkert, where innovation meets inspiration. Whether it's optimizing processes, enhancing sustainability, or simply delving into the fascinating world of fluid dynamics, Burkert is your trusted partner every step of the way, and we thank them for making these live streams possible. Wayne Robinson, first go in the host chair for today. Welcome back, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Grant. And it's great this morning to welcome Andrew Peyton onto the stand. Andrew Peyton, the Business Development Manager for Pacific Packaging. Good day, Andrew.
Good morning, Wayne.
Yeah, good to have you. Industrial supplies packaging is your business, Pacific. We can kind of say it's the unsexy or the unseen end of the packaging market. But of course, I imagine it's one full of dynamic interaction.
It is indeed, Wayne, and a very good way to put that. That's how I describe it too, as being anything but sexy.
Yeah.
However, it's an essential part of getting products to market.
For sure, yeah.
And it's something that customers require, partners require, and we're happy to fill that void and supply that.
That's great.
Too.
That's great. And what's the kind of range of products that you're seeing demand for, Andrew?
Yeah, so Pacific Packaging, we actually stock over 500 stock items.
Okay.
Our biggest or core products are bulker bags.
Yeah.
FIBCs. There's a lot of names that used to describe
a lot of acronyms,
them.
I imagine.
There are.
World, yeah.
Bulker bags, woven sacks in particular.
Yeah.
Anything from sandbags to BOPP bags, which are used for anything from flour, wheat.
Yeah. And are you seeing a kind of change in the materials that are being used for those bags these days?
Yeah, we certainly are. There's some movement away from paper.
Yeah.
But there's also, at the same time, there's also some movement towards paper.
Okay.
So it's a real not so much a fine line, but it's just one of those things that we're having to evolve and adapt.
Yeah.
As we move forward and cater to our customers' needs.
What are the two dynamics there? Who's moving to paper and who's moving away from paper?
Yeah. Well, with sustainability push that's happening right throughout the globe at the moment, a lot of it's being dictated from parent companies. So if it's a European or a US-based company that are wanting to go down that track, then the Australian branch or the Australian arms of those companies are having to fall into line and go one way or the other.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's kind of driven often by overseas.
Exactly.
And the big US and European companies, I guess, are all looking at sustainability, aren't they?
That's right.
What's the advantage of non-paper sacks?
I think safety is probably the biggest one.
Okay.
Less chance of breaking on impact or transportation storage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of technology. Whilst it's not sexy, there is a lot of technology that goes into the manufacture.
I imagine so, because they're going to be heavy, aren't they? If they're carrying agricultural products.
Exactly. And some of those agricultural products are high value.
Yeah.
And also critical minerals.
Yeah.
So in the mining sector, anything from fertilizers to grain to stock feed, and basically anything that can go into a bulk bag.
Bag splits, everyone's in trouble.
That's it. And there's also a safety aspect too.
Yeah.
They're generally stacked high on racking.
Yeah.
And if there is an impact or something happens to one of the bags, it can result in injury or hopefully not worse. But
okay. And apart from the sacks that you do, what are your other big in demand products?
Yeah, big movers. We've seen a lot of demand for stretch film and for PET strap.
Okay.
Basically anything that goes onto a pallet needs to either be wrapped or strapped.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of drive, a lot of demand coming for those products as well.
And what makes companies buy your products as opposed to competitive products?
Yeah, great question. And I think our point of difference is the service that we offer.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer, Wayne, that almost anybody can sell almost anything to almost anybody. However, our point of difference, or the point of difference that I'd like to think that we have, is that we truly partner with our customers.
Okay.
So we take the time to get to know our customers, their business, their processes. We'll go onto the factory floor or into the warehouse and see how they're being handled, see how the products are being used on a daily basis. Okay. We'll offer some solutions. So I'd also like to think of ourselves as a solutions-based provider rather than just importing bags from overseas and then selling
or whatever. Yeah, it was interesting. Sean Lester from Woolworths distribution center, talking about the automated distribution center in Dandenong the other day.
Yep.
Said that the wrapping around pallets was a big cause of problems there, with overhang, too much of it, poor quality.
Yeah.
And so presumably you're saying you kind of work to get way beyond that, so it's pucker every time.
Exactly, and everything is fit for purpose, or customized, if you like. Whilst we do have stock items, we will take the time to sit down with our partners and actually offer them a fit for purpose product.
Yeah. Okay, so rather than just someone buying products off the internet from China or wherever, you're actually providing a solution, a partnership.
That's right.
Understood,
that's right. Yeah.
Do you have a nationwide footprint, or do you just operate in Victoria?
No. So we started out over a decade ago in Brisbane under the name of Brisbane Bags, and we've since expanded from Brisbane, but we do still have a presence in Brisbane, a presence in Townsville. So we service a whole top end FNQ.
Yeah, which I guess there's a lot of customers up there. In
exactly.
World,
exactly. We've got a presence here in Melbourne and also in Perth. So DC's in all of those locations, and soon to be opening in Sydney in the next, hopefully, 3 to 6 months.
Oh, terrific. And what's the motivation for opening a new plant in a new facility in Sydney?
Actually, the bulk of our customers are New South Wales based.
Okay.
And whilst we can service them from Brisbane and also from Victoria, we just feel the need to be where the customers are, where the customer base is.
Yeah, well, it's a great story, isn't it? You started off in Brisbane, now you're continuing expanding. How old is the company?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, just over a decade old.
Oh, okay, so quite new, relatively speaking.
Relatively new. I'm new to the business, I must admit. I only joined in October last year.
Yeah. Prior
to that, I was working in fibre, in particular corrugated cardboard.
So new to the business, but not new to the industry, obviously.
No. And so I also spent a lot of time overseas working in Japan.
Did you? That's an interesting experience.
It certainly was.
Did you speak Japanese?
Skoshi desu ne.
Okay. I'll take that as a yes, or in petit peu, I'll say.
And so that was where my involvement came in packaging. I was dealing in exactly the same products that I'm working in now.
Okay.
So for me, it's kind of come full circle, and which I'm.
And do you see much of a contrast or comparison between what goes on in Japan and what's the story here?
Yeah, certainly. The specs are the specs, and again, a lot of it gets back to safety.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a price point. Yes. Customers are only willing to pay a certain, a certain price, a fair price for a quality product.
Yeah.
And we feel that we're offering both of those.
Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah. And how do you see things going forward, Andrew?
Yeah, definitely expanding, growing. I think just with the population boom, also the ability to service and provide agricultural products, be it fruit and veg, other produce. There's a high demand for obviously agricultural products.
Yeah.
Agricultural products need to be grown. They need fertilizer, seed, and whatnot, and that needs to be provided in some type of package.
And do you feel as the country kind of moves to more, I don't know about organic, but more fresh food, nutritional intake, as we all become more aware of the value of actual proper food, is that going to be good for your business, do you think?
Certainly. Yeah, certainly. As I alluded to, obviously, the growth and the demand for fresh products can only come from one place, and that's the ground.
Yeah. That's right.
Unless we're talking hydroponics here, but I don't know much about that, so I'm not going to go down that track. But definitely a higher demand, a growing demand. Population increase all over the globe will also drive that.
Okay. Yeah. 10-year-old company. Have you been at one of these shows before?
No. So that's another really exciting part for Pacific Packaging Australia. Even just to be here, just to have a presence here, we're really excited.
Yeah. And so how's the show been for you? What do you think of it?
Yeah, it's been a learning experience.
Yeah.
A great learning experience, I might add. We've met so many potential customers.
Okay, great.
Generating the leads.
Yeah.
Which is why we're here.
Yeah.
We understand that we need to have a presence here to have a presence in the market, if you like.
Yes.
So when the opportunity came up, we didn't hesitate to be here, and glad to be here.
It's proved positive for you.
It certainly has.
Yeah, good. Yeah, well, it's a great show. The biggest show that's ever been here.
Yeah, like I said, I think the follow-up from this, just from the leads that we've generated, the people we've spoken to, I think it's going to take about a month to get back to all of them, which I'm not complaining about, Wayne. I'm quite happy about that.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Great to be a part of it.
All right, Andrew. Well, listen, thanks so much for coming onto the podcast. It's been really great to hear what you've been saying. And we wish you all the best, and obviously new company, new career, new start to career. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Wayne. Likewise. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Wayne. And thanks to those who have tuned into this live stream, which has been brought to you by Burkert, where innovation meets inspiration. Stay tuned to this channel. We'll be back in the not too distant future with another informative discussion.